The RTFT All-Star Racing League is live. From the Texas Motor Speedway, it's the Lone Star 75. Tony Trapasso up in the booth with you tonight, joined in the pre-race by Mr. Taylor Burris, league owner. Taylor had some shenaniganery going on last week in the, as far as some of the point standings go. We had a couple of drivers not able to show up, and that definitely put them under the gun coming into this week's elimination round.
Yeah, it did. With John ended up showing up a little bit late, missing the cut before the session closed, and Steve Gauthier having some outside of racing incidents that he needed to take care of personally. Those guys are going to have to really either step it up tonight if they make it, or make sure that they win next week at Phoenix in order to make that championship four.
Absolutely. Currently, Garrett Main's already punching his ticket. No, I'm sorry, not punching his ticket. Nobody's punched their ticket yet because we saw Mr. Ray Black Jr. get his first win in the RTFT All-Star League last week at Daytona. So
that was his first one of the season. He picked up one last season, so this is actually be his second career win.
But first one of the 2017 racing season.
Season 2,
fall 27 racing season, let's put it that way. So currently, I'm looking at the point standings. Currently sitting atop the leaderboard, we got Garrett Maines with 51 points. Frenchie himself, Mr. Francois Pelletier, in second at 50, so just 1 point out of leading this piece. Zach Brewer, Zach Brewer, if you will, currently sitting at 44 points. Michael Jeans at the cutoff spot right now at 41 points. 5 points out of the running is Ronnie Osmer, who we saw have an abysmal finish. Ran up front most of the race and then just got caught up in a dumpster fire. And then
we'll do that to you.
Same thing happened with Dustin Ping as well, who is currently 11 points out of contention right now in 6th place. And then, as we mentioned earlier, Gauthier and Medeiros both sitting tied for, I guess you would say, 7th, with 0 points currently in the as far as the playoffs go in round 2.
So. But tonight, going back to the mile and a halfs, so see how these guys do at Texas Motor Speedway. Of course, you got to keep an eye out for Garrett Maines, Michael Jeans, Ronnie Osmer, as they, of course, are experts at this field of racetrack. And then, of course, Dustin Ping and Francois Pelletier and Zach Brewster, they can maybe sneak in and pick up a stage win before it's all said and done.
True story. Very true story. But as we're looking at the standings right now, currently up on the screen, and it's the usual suspects in the top 5, pretty much. Garrett Maines currently sitting atop the leaderboard. Ronnie Osmer currently sitting 2nd. Michael Jeans 3rd. Less than half, or just exactly half a tenth of a second. And go ahead, math majors, get your hate mail coming. I don't care. 0.05 of a second separating 1st through 3rd. 6 hundredths, or 62 thousandths, let's put it that way, separating 1st through 4th, and just over a tenth and a half to 5th with Brent Kuhl.
Yeah, it's going to be some really tight racing tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you see the top 3, and then there's 5th through 5th through 10th. You've got right about a tenth of a second between those cars, with Frenchie within striking distance of that, David Bigger within striking distance of that. Sean Dewar making his return to the league. Cody Eldred, again, within striking distance. Dalton Williamson. Not sure if Andy Hammond and Andy DeLay are going to be able to make it back, because I'm currently showing them as disconnected.
Andy is still connected. Adam Heyman is not.
Okay.
So those guys are still currently. Andy is currently connected. He is still towards the bottom of the field. It takes time.
And I see the 84 Jonathan Madero is able to actually connect this time.
Yes, so you should be expecting maybe a lap from him, but if not, look for him to set a lap down in qualifying.
True story. And I see you you actually laid down a lap in hot laps. What can you tell us about the setup tonight?
Well, the setup is going to be really good for those first few 5 to 10 laps. Those guys are going to be really just hammering it down, you know, in the corners instead of letting off. Towards that end of that run, especially towards that final stage where we have that 35 laps, people are going to start letting off that throttle just a little bit so that way they can be able to go through the corner without getting too tight and hitting that wall. So it's going to take a lot of finesse towards the end of each of these stages in order to get there and be there at the end of the race.
All right, fair enough. What are we looking at as far as fuel windows?
Fuel windows shouldn't really be a problem for tonight, I don't think, due to the fact it's only 2 20-lap stages and then a 35-lap stage.
So they can make the entire 35 laps in that final stage. They can make that entire 35 laps in the final stage on a full boat of fuel.
Yeah, we might actually see people maybe not pitting in stage 1.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So if they are wanting to play strategy like that. But
from what you're saying the tire wear is doing, that could lead to, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Suicide is painless?
Yeah. Tires would be the main issue for people coming into pit road. But maybe people might strategize, decide not to take fuel, and just tires only.
All right, fair enough. Well, about 2 minutes left in the hot lap session. Taylor, on behalf of the entire Bowfin Broadcasting Company, I would like to thank the RTFT for allowing us to, be a part of what essentially is the final season of RTFT, because you guys are going to be moving on to bigger and better things after this season winds down.
Yep. We are going to be taking a hiatus as soon as we are finished up in Homestead. Myself and Francois Pelletier will be taking a look at certain aspects, not per se leaving the iRacing sim realm. We'll be back in 2018 in February, just under new management, new name, and we'll be making our announcements momentarily. Hopefully by Homestead, we will give more information on that for what everyone is to expect. Most of the drivers already know what's going on, which is good. For our fans who watch us on a weekly basis, we'll make the announcement at Homestead, Miami.
If you'll indulge me real quick here, one of the aspects of the upcoming 2018 season that I've been told you guys are looking to go towards is open setups instead of fixed setups racing.
Yes,
which I'm really excited about.
A lot of people have been wanting to compete in open setups. So next year we are going to open setups, and we are going to be running 3 series on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday nights, all at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. And give it a little more finesse with the schedule. So like I said, we'll make more announcement in Homestead.
Well, I know that's something I've been talking with Ronnie Osmer about. Being as in the other league that I know him from, he and I are unofficial teammates. He and I have actually talked that if I'm not broadcasting for you guys in 2018, I'm going to be sitting on top of his pit box.
Nice.
So, just so you guys are aware of the possibilities of what's going on as qualifying starts to get underway. I'm seeing cars start to make their way out on the track right now, but again, I can't thank you guys enough for letting us bring your racing to the masses.
And we appreciate for you guys to work with us, and it's been a really good partnership for what we've had for this season. And of course, and it's always one thing or another, always a changing of hats, whether it be certain people, whether it be going from the broadcast booth to the pit crew to the driver, or driver to a officials. So,
well, I mean, if you guys need an announcer for the 2018 season, you know, I'd be willing to throw my hat in the ring and then just, you know, kind of, you know, get Ronnie a baseline setup that he can work off of to start the race and, you know,
keep that in mind.
Go from there. But yeah, qualifying starting to get underway. Looks like got a handful of drivers out on the track right now as Ray Black Jr. going quick time. Dustin Dean laying down a lap now. Full 10th quicker. Good Lord. Ronnie Osborne now going quick time. 17 thousandths quicker than Dustin did at 27.781. So Ronnie really blistering one right now, trying to you know, kind of throw the gauntlet down here in qualifying. But generally, it's pretty much the usual suspects, at least in the top three. You've got Ronnie, Dustin, and Ray, who, you know, you're always going to see those three towards the front of the field, especially at a mile and a half.
Oh, yeah. Always got to throw in those factors. And, of course, with Ray Black, this is good testing for him because he's not only doing the Xfinity race on Saturday of this week, but also will be hopping into the Cup car on Sunday. So this is just giving him a little extra practice to get ready for this weekend's races.
For his second official Monster Energy Cup start.
Exactly.
Which I'm looking forward to actually watching. I had somebody ask me if I saw yesterday's Monster Energy Cup race from Martinsville, and I said no, but from what I've been told, I'm starting a GoFundMe to buy a 5-gallon bucket of wire lube and have it sent to Chase Elliott and have it sent care of Joe Gibbs Racing.
Yeah, last night's Martinsville race was by far one of the best Martinsville races I ever witnessed. Didn't like the outcome with the winner, but give kudos to Kyle Busch for bringing home the win last night. But, you know, by far, I hope next one of these years we will have a full under-the-lights night race at Martinsville. And just watching it under the lights for those few final laps was just something amazement to watch.
And that's what I've been told. I have not seen the replay yet, but looking forward to viewing that after tonight's race is over.
And as we look at the charts right now, Michael Jeans took the pole now with a 27.73. So he's here to not play around tonight as he's setting down the gauntlet. Absolutely,
and don't count out Garrett Maines, who's only 11 thousandths back off of him with a 27.750. So, you know, I say this time and time again. You've got pretty much the usual suspects sitting atop the leaderboard right now.
And to be honest, it wouldn't be surprised if we see those guys in the top three be the top 3 out of 4 drivers to make the final 4 come Homestead in 2 weeks.
One name that I'm noticing not here. Oh, there he is. He just hasn't taken time yet. I was about to say I didn't see Zach Brew's name in the practice earlier, but he's just not taken time yet. So when you take a look at the top 4 in the point standings with Garrett Maines, Francois Pelletier, Zach Brew, and Michael Jeans respectively, you have 3 of those guys in the top. Or you have 3 of the 4 in the top 3 right now, with Zach Brew sitting 11th.
Yeah.
So something to most likely keep an eye on. And Dustin Ping sitting 9th, so it's going to be an uphill battle for him. Steve Gauthier, not seeing him in the field tonight.
No, he is not.
So that's pretty much, it's going to be do or die at Phoenix for Gauthier. He's got to actually win Phoenix. So, you know, really, you know, putting himself behind the 8 ball there as qualifying wrapping up now, and cars starting to grid. So,
alrighty,
we will let you get back to your race controlling duties, and you know, hopefully we'll have a decent one here and be able to you know, not have some of the incidents happen that we've had happen in the past.
I hope so too. Good luck calling the race.
And I thank you. I'm running solo tonight because everybody else is off playing in the trucks.
Alrighty. Take it easy.
We'll talk to you later.
User left your channel.
So, starting up on pole, Michael Jeans, blistering the track with a 27.739. Garrett Main starting outside row number 1. Row number 2 is going to go to Ronnie Osmer and Dustin Dean. Ray Black Jr. and Dalton Williamson are going to make up row number 3, with Francois Pelletier and Sean Dewar making up row number 4. Row 5 is going to see Dustin Ping and Butch Frazier, with Zach Brew and Brent Kuhl making up row number 6. Row number 7 is going to go to Jonathan Medeiros and Cody Eldred, both not taking time. And then we have David Bigger, Robert Hill Jr., Andy DeLay, and Andy Hammond actually withdrawing from the event. So Andy DeLay going to be starting shotgun on the field. Grand total of 17 cars, I believe, going to be going live. As there's the 8 of Jeans, the 1 of Mains. There's the 55 of Ronnie Osmer and the 21 of Dustin Dean. As the field getting ready to roll off, we see Ray Black Jr. and Frenchie having a little fun prior to the start. Dalton Williamson sitting out there in the Monster Energy number 7. As we're going to go back to, as soon as I find him again, there he is. The 08 of the Blackadder Motorsports team principal, if you will, Mr. Michael Jeans. And again, in case you're just joining us kind of late here, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so big props to Ronnie Osmer for rocking the pink on the 55 this month. And it is also, and yes, I do. Big props to Ronnie Osmer for rocking the pink, and it is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so big props going to the 21 of Dustin Dean for showing some respect to Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag comes out as everybody seems to be getting away pretty clean right now. Garrett Mains and Michael Jeans. Mains ducking down in between Jeans and Osmer as they head down the back straightaway for the first time. Jeans protecting that inside line. Running about a lane up, doing a late apex through the 3-4 complex, which I think is going to benefit him later in the run by saving some of the tire wear that we were talking about in the pre-race with Taylor. And working lap 2 right now, so we did get complete lap 1 in the books. Jeans, Mains, Osmer, Dean, Williamson, your top 5, Pelletier, Ping, Black Jr., Brew, and Kuhl, rounding out your top 10. So everybody that is still in the chase that has made it tonight, currently sitting in the top 10. And as we mentioned earlier, Steve Gauthier really putting himself behind the 8 ball, missing 2 weeks in a row. Hopefully everything is okay with Steve as we're watching Mains and Jeans battle it out. Field kind of getting a little strung out right now, which is good to see. We're less likely to see oops happen with the field starting to get strung out like it is. Throw a blanket over the top 3, though, as they are almost a full second to the good over 4th place Dustin Dean. As we see Frenchie go to the inside of the number 7 of Dalton Williamson. Frenchie trying to reel in the leaders right now. Rocking the new paint scheme on the gold cube number 19. So that's definitely a sharp paint scheme, different from the black and gold that we're normally seeing. It's gold with the black lettering this time. Makes it a little bit easier for us to pick him up on screen. And Sean Dewar looks like he pit started this event, currently sitting 3 laps down. And Ray Black Jr. just biding his time right now towards the tail end of the field. Last week's winner, mired in traffic right now, but back up towards the front. Michael Jeans, we're 5 laps in. Jeans has led all 5 laps as we see Garrett Maines and Ronnie Osmer duking it out for the number 2 spot. Osmer using the slipstream, trying to bump draft a little bit as they go into turn number 1. Osmer all over the back bumper of Maines right now. And that is actually letting Dustin Dean in 4th start to reel him in. So Jeans, Maines, Osmer, Dean, Pelletier rounding out your top 5. So as far as the current cutoff goes, you know, you have all 4 of the current in drivers sitting in the top 6, with Dustin Dean being the odd man out in this case. Ronnie Osmer on the outside looking in, trying to hope for a good, strong finish right now. With nobody having their ticket punched yet, with Ray Black Jr. playing spoiler last week at Daytona, as we see Osmer falling back a little bit. Dustin Dean got by him. I don't see any damage on Osmer's car, but he may have used up all the goodie on those tires already, running as hard as he was earlier. And the backfire telling me that that may be the case is he's really having to pedal the car to keep it off the wall as he just brushes the turn 2 wall coming off the corner. That's going to let Francois Pelletier really reel him in right now. So early going kind of rough for the 55 right now. Garrett Maines and Michael Jeans really rocking and rolling up towards the front as Maines got the pass done going through the dog leg on the front stretch. Ten 1/1000ths of a second at the line. Jeans had a run and made the most of it, keeping it wound up on the high side right now. Kind of pinching Garrett Maines down. Maines having to check up just a tick to stay off of him. Both of those guys are running like this is Homestead already. However, knowing that they just need a good, strong finish to be able to relax a tick at Phoenix. Maines currently showing the way as the yellow flag comes out, and it's like Butch Frazier involved in that one. Let's go to the replay and see what we can come up with here. As we're watching the 55, they're 3 wide behind him. Frazier just collects the wall and all hell breaks loose behind him. Let's go to see what happened with David Bigger here. He was part of that 3 wide. Goes to the inside of Cody Eldred. They split Eldred down the back straightaway. 7 tags the outside wall. That's Dalton Williamson getting the call up yesterday from the AM series. Let's go to the chopper cam on Williamson and see what took place there. You see Butch Frazier in front of him, Cody Eldred to the inside. Here comes David Bigger on the inside. Bigger with a big run. Eldred sees what happens, checks up, watches the wreck in front of him, and just barely escapes death, as does his teammate Sean Dewar. I believe that's going to give Dewar one of his laps back. But that was just, wow. I mean, Dalton Williamson just tags the outside wall. Butch Frazier tags the outside wall, almost in the identical spot. And and this goes back to what Taylor was telling us in the pre-race. They're about 14 laps into a run right now, so most of the goodie has been worn off these tires. Let's see what we got going on here. Zach Brew staying out to get track position. That's going to rob Sean Dewar of the wave around. Doesn't look like anybody's going to get the lucky dog. Apparently, Brewer may have, Dewar may have caught a piece of that incident. But Michael Jean's winning the battle off pit road. Ronnie Osmer coming out in second place. Not sure. Let's take a look and see. Osmer did not use his fast repair. So I'm thinking Osmer may have only taken 2 tires on that one. Michael Jeans looks like he only took 2 tires. Garrett Maines taking 4. Francois Pelletier taking 4. Dean, Ping, Eldred, Black, Williamson taking 4, but I believe he entered a closed pit. Madero's taking 4 and getting some damage repaired, as Bigger is on pit road right now. Robert Hill Jr. going pit side and getting some damage repaired. And Brett Kuhl, the last car on the lead lap. So you take a look at the top 5 in points right now, and we're going to get a camera shot here. Bear with me a moment, folks. You see Brew leading, Jeans in second. There's Maines, Osmer, and Pelletier. So when you break it all down, we should see it in this shot here, hopefully. There's your top 5 in points. Top 5 on the track, top 5 in points. And so something to definitely be mindful of. There you see him right there. And then Dustin Ping in the 9 car sitting behind Frenchie. So there's your top 6 in points, actually, if you really want to get technical. And it's good to see Dustin Ping back in his normal number 9 car. I do like to apologize to Dustin for accidentally borrowing his number in the booth. Pace car in, and here we go. Brew holding him down, finally pulls the trigger just as the lights flash. Happy Halloween and breast cancer awareness both on that car this week, so something interesting to take a look at, as we've got Maines and Osmer going side by side. Pelletier sitting there just waiting to see what's going to happen here, who he wants to go with. Looks like that damage on the right front not affecting Osmer too much, as Jeans goes to the inside of Brew. Looks like at least 2 tires were the way to go, as Brew on 18 lap tires, probably regretting that decision now. Did get the bonus point for leading a lap, however, falling back like a stone right now. Currently sitting in 7th, now 8th, as Cody Eldred flashes by him. Osmer working the high side, getting freight trained on the low side. Dustin Dean going to put him another spot back, trying to hang tough on the high side. Pelletier just biding his time right now, sitting in 5th. Osmer still battling on that high side. Pelletier and Ping to the inside now. 2 tires may possibly not have been the best choice in strategy for Osmer, as 4 tires making it look that easy to get by him. Clean air, though, definitely helping Michael Jeans as Garrett Maines all over his back bumper right now as they're starting to put some distance between themselves and Dustin Dean in the 21. And then you're over a second from Dean. I'm sorry, you're 0.6 of a second from Dean to Pelletier. As Zach Brew continues to drop like a stone, sitting 10th, now dropping to 11th as Medeiros gets by him.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And there it is. What happened? I don't see it. Oh, that's the segment. 20 laps went by that quick, ladies and gentlemen. So Michael Jeans getting the segment win. Garrett Maines coming in 2nd. Dustin Dean holding on for 3rd. Dustin Ping for 4th. Francois Pelletier for 5th. Ronnie Osmer 6th. Cody Eldred in 7th. Ray Black Jr. in 8th. Robert Hill Jr. in 9th. And Jonathan Medeiros in a must-win situation, rounding out your top 10. Zach Brew was able to hang on for 11th. It would not surprise me in the least bit if you see the 05 flashing down pit road under this caution. So while we are under caution, we are going to see if we can get Michael Jeans on the radio. Segment winner, Michael Jeans. Tony up in the booth. You got me, sir. And you did do it. You won the segment, sir.
That worked better than I thought it was going to.
So, did you actually take 2 tires on that last stop?
I did take 2 tires on that last stop.
It's what I figured from your pit time. So, the clean air and the 2 tires to get the track position seem to work in your favor. Is that something you're willing to consider trying later in the event?
It depends. That was a bit of a stretch on the left side tires because this place chews up tires really bad. But, I wanted to try it. I kicked myself for not trying it in practice. But, usually 2 right sides loosen the car up, and this thing's crazy tight. So I just wanted to try it, get it out of the way. Now I'm sure I'll be at the back of the pack and probably get caught up and wrecked.
Well, from the looks of it, everybody on the battle on pit road, only 3 cars stayed out with Maines, Williamson, and Cool. Looks like Maines trying to get a point for leading a lap, but looks like Dustin Ping, the only one to beat you off pit road. Oh no, Ray Black Jr. as well. And it looks like they only took 2 this time, so maybe they're taking a page out of your book and seeing how that's going to work later for them.
Yeah, I figured somebody was probably going to try it. No, and it'll probably work pretty good because, we just had that 4 or 5 lap run. So, but, even at 4 laps, my right sides were down to 97%. So, this place really chews them up. So, I think I'll be in good shape here.
Well, for what it's worth, we watched Ronnie Osmer struggle with only taking 2. As he was mired in traffic, and it looked like the clean air is about the only thing that's going to work when you only take 2 tires.
Yeah, it definitely, because, like I said, I was really on edge just for that 4 laps. So if I would have had to have been, I wouldn't have battled anybody. If Garrett would have got to me, I would have just had to have let him go.
Fair enough, sir. Best of luck in the rest of the race, and best of luck to the entire Blackadder Motorsports team. Good luck, and hopefully we'll be talking to you in about an hour or so.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
User was moved out of your channel.
So Michael Jeans confirming that he did only take 2 tires. Garrett Maines staying out, though. Only 10 laps since the last time he was down pit road, and he did take 4. Not sure what's going to happen here with Ping, Black, both taking 2. Dustin Dean taking 4, Michael Jeans taking 4, Francois Pelletier, Cody Eldridge, Zach Brew, Jonathan Medeiros all taking 4, as well as Ronnie Osmer and Robert Hill. Looks like Robert Hill Jr. stayed on pit road a little bit to get some optional damage repaired, trying to save that fast repair that they give them in this league. They give them 1 fast repair for the entire event, so these guys saving that fast repair for later on in the event. Lights go out on the pace car, so we've got Maines and Williamson going to be starting on row number 1. Row 2 is going to go to Brett Kuhl and Dustin Ping. Ray Black Jr. and Dustin Dean going to make up row number 3, with Michael Jeans and Frenchie in row number 4. Cody Eldred and Zach Brew in row number 5, rounding out your top 10. Now, if you do like the action that you're seeing here tonight, go ahead and drop your iRacing screen name in the comment below. Not in the live comments, because those disappear after I end the stream. But go ahead and drop it in an actual comment after the stream has ended. The live portion of the stream has ended, and you're able to watch the replay. And what we'll do is we'll pass it along to Taylor Burris, league owner, and get you added into the Sunday Night AM series. And if you can prove to them that you won't drive with your suffering from rectal cranial insertion syndrome, you too could get the call up into the RTFT All-Star Pro Series. Pace car getting ready to duck in. Garrett Maines holding the field down, running real slow right now. Pace car in, Maines holding him down, finally pulls the trigger. Kuhl goes with him. Dalton Williamson, who got the call up from last night's AM Series race, asleep at the switch. As these guys are going side by side for second right now. Ray Black Jr. just biding his time, dealing with Dustin Ping right behind him in the 21. Ping and Dean running side by side for the number 5 spot. As Ray Black Jr. showing that 4 tires will make it look that easy to get by someone. Now he sets his sights on trying to reel in Garrett Maines, who currently shows the way here as we're turning lap 27 of 75. Next competition caution going to be flown at lap 40. And they are catching Maines at about 1/10 of a second per lap. They're able to be the difference right now. Semi-clean air for Ray Black Jr. You've got Dean and Ping, battle of the Dustins right now for 3rd and 4th. And his teammate Francois Pelletier sitting back there just silently stalking in 5th. So Frenchie currently sitting 2nd in the points, I believe. And Ray Black Jr. gets it sideways, catches the apron, able to collect it. That's going to let Dean and Ping, and here comes Frenchie on the high side. So one hell of a save out of the Scuba Life 07 of Ray Black Jr. That car was Eldora kind of sideways, and he was able to reel it back in as his teammate Zach Brew comes up alongside him now with Ronnie Osmer all over his back bumper. I'm thinking Ray Black Jr. is probably not going to try to go as low from here on out. As Dean and Ping trying to reel in Garrett Maines right now. Maines in the ace, showing the way. Maines, Dean, Ping, Pelletier, and Brew your top 5. As Osmer was able to get by Ray Black Jr. And Ray looks like just lets him go. Knows that he's really... Osmer's driving for his life right now. Needs a good finish to have any hopes of progressing next week at Phoenix. All over the back bumper of Zach Brew right now. That's your battle for 5th. As Dustin Dean has really started to reel in. As Francois Pelletier goes to the inside of Dustin Ping. Frenchie up into the top 3. Ping back to 4th. Ping with a run on him going through the dog leg. Frenchie pedals it just a little bit going into 1. Garrett Maines with 18 laps on his tires right now, still showing the way. And I'm thinking the tires are starting to equalize on these guys, as Dustin Dean is starting to still reeling him in, but staying within striking distance. About a 9-lap difference on those two as far as tires go. And you know Dean would like to step up and play spoiler right now. Currently on the outside looking in as far as playoff contenders go. As he looks to the inside as they go through the dog leg, Maine sees him coming, gives him room, and side by side into turn number 1. Both of them pedaling it a little bit. Maine's able to keep it wound up on the high side. Dean with a nose out front as they come off of 2. Maine's going to clear him, or sorry, Dean's going to clear him. Maine's back to second. Here comes Pelletier as well. So we have a new leader, and that is Dustin Dean in the number 21. As French... Oh, my goodness. That was Zach Brew going, catching more airtime than a skateboard at the X Games. Let's take a look and see what happened there. Just gets turned by Ronnie Osmer, catches a seam in the fence, and up she goes. Holy Christmas. Let's watch that again. Just pushes up, catches that light pole, and oh my. Thank God this is a simulator. We get one of those events at least once a race. You see him side by side through 2, and ouch! Good grief. And that hand grenaded the motor. We're going to watch that at half speed this time. Here we are at half speed. You see Brew kind of push up coming off the corner. Osmer's there and just catches that light pole and just completely rips the front of the car off. Ray Black Jr. sees the bottom of his teammate's car as he drives under it. Good grief. That was... Let's go to the vomit cam, as my sometimes broadcast partner Layla Wilson likes to call it. Here we are coming off of 2. Good Lord. And now from the helmet cam of Zach Brew. This is exactly what Zach Brew saw. And he's still trying to steer it with all 4 tires off the ground. That's actually impressive, Zach. And I mean that. All right. So another round of pit stops going underway right now. Jonathan Medeiros taking over the lead of the event. That all-important bonus point, since he missed last week, going to stay out. Robert Hill Jr. staying out. Brett Kuhl staying out. That's flirting with disaster there. 24 laps on Kuhl's tires. And it looks like Sean Dewar not able to buy a break right now. So Zach Brew having a tow. That's going to put him back in the 15th spot. Andy DeLay has already retired. And Adam Hammond did not start. So 16 cars still running. Butch Frazier 6 laps down. Zach Brew 2 laps down. Sean Dewar 2 laps down. David Bigger in 13th, the last car on the lead lap. So as we are quickly approaching the end of the segment, I believe.
User was
As
moved to your
we're going to
channel.
grab Taylor Burris real quick. Taylor, with lap 40 being when the competition caution is going to come out, is this counting as the competition caution?
This is counting as competition caution.
Okay, so Jonathan Medeiros gets the win?
No, that goes to Dustin Dean.
Dustin Dean, aha. Okay, well, thank you, sir.
User was moved out of your channel.
And I'm not finding Dustin. Why am I not finding Dustin Dean? Because I'm not looking in the right spot. I know it's because I'm not looking in the right spot. Oh, apparently Dustin is not in TeamSpeak, so something to keep an eye on there. Brent Cool staying out, though. Dustin Dean getting the segment win as the lights go out on the pace car. Let's make sure that we're alive. We are. And I got to think Brent Cool is going to be a sitting duck here with 25 laps on his current stint. And that back bumper has been used heavily. And pace car twitches and off he goes.
Green, green, green.
Not wasting any time, just jumps on the trigger. Garrett Maines into second. Francois Pelletier holding on for third on the high side by side with Dustin Dean right now as they work their way through the 1-2 complex. Garrett Maines with the power move. That's what 4 tires can do for you. So Garrett Maines back up on point. Brent Cool. Ooh. Francois Pelletier using Cool as a pick to get by Dustin Dean. And Dean is falling like a stone. I'm sorry, Cool is falling like a stone. Just getting freight trained. So this is your battle for second starting to shape up here. As the silent assassin Cody Elder driving the Old School Motorsports number 114, currently sitting in 4th place. Cody hoping to steal one tonight at Texas. He's told me before he actually likes the Lone Star track. As Pelletier starting to reel in Maines.
Yellow, yellow,
And
yellow.
Ray Black Jr. sideways. What on earth happened there? As we see Ping just catches the apron and just clobbers the 7. It's 7-on-7 crime right now, with Dalton Williamson having nowhere to go and just eating the wall. As we see Ray Black Jr. catching the apron, gets it pointed back straight as everybody else. Ooh. Michael Jeans catching a piece of that one as well. Let's see what happened with Jeans. He just locks it down and catches the inside safer barrier, trying to avoid the spinning Ray Black Jr. And probably at first you say it, then you do it moment for the 62 of Sean Dewar. So Ray Black Jr. Not able to collect that one back up as well as he did the one earlier in segment 2. But as we're seeing another round of pit stops, Frenchie going pit side, Cody Eldred going pit side, Ronnie Osmer going pit side, Brett Cool, Michael Jeans going pit side. So Garrett Maines in the 1, Dustin Dean, Dustin Ping, Robert Hill Jr. all staying out. Ronnie Osmer winning the battle off pit road. Looks like Osmer only took 2 this time. As we are 32 laps to go. So that's going to be a big ask for Maines, Dean, Ping, and Hill. You know, they're basically asking 42 laps out of their tires. Now, we already heard from Taylor Burris in the pre-race that fuel strategy is not going to be an issue as long as you've taken fuel prior to going into the final segment, which everybody did come down pit road, and if you're taking 4 tires, you might just as well put a full boat of fuel in it. But with 31 laps to go, and your top 4 having 8 laps on their current set of tires, that's a big ask. And we've seen it come back to bite some of these guys in the backside previous to this. Osmer hoping to do what Michael Jeans did in segment 1 and make 2 tires pay off. The question is, can he get by? He's got to get by Dustin Ping and Garrett Maines. Starting on the inside, he's got the advantage, but he's got 2 of the toughest competitors in the league directly in front of him in the same line. And don't count out Dustin Dean in the 21, and never count out Robert Hill Jr. in the 95. So, looks like we are 2 to go. The light should be going out on the pace car this time across the stripe. And there we go. So it's going to be Garrett Maines, Dustin Dean, Dustin Ping, Robert Hill Jr., Ronnie Osmer, Cody Eldred, Francois Pelletier, Ray Black Jr., Michael Jeans, and Brett Kuhl rounding out your top 10. And it's still anybody's race. Again, we would like to point out, if you do like the action that you're seeing on the track and you want to get involved, once the live stream is over and you're watching the replay, go to the replay of this event, and in the comment section, go ahead and drop your iRacing screen name. We'll pass it along to league admin Taylor Burris and get you added to the Sunday Night AM series. Also, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And let us know if there's any other series out there that you would like to see us broadcast, and what night of the week you would like to see that. So Garrett Maines getting ready to pull the trigger again. Maines has led quite a bit of this event so far. Pace car is in. Maines holds him back, holds him back, holds him back. Green flag comes out.
Green flag.
And here we go. Maines gets a wicked jump as the battle of the Dustins for second goes side by side into turn number 1. That's Ping on the inside in the 9. Dean on the outside in the 21. Here comes Robert Hill Jr. in the 95. As the unofficial teammates going side by side for 5th with Osmer and Eldred. Osmer catching the apron, getting it sideways. Pelletier dips 2 into the grass to get by him. Ray Black Jr. goes to the high side. They split Osmer. And Robert Hill Jr. with a power move down the back straightaway just bombs it into turn number 3. Pelletier not lifting an inch. Here comes Dean back on the inside. Pelletier in second. Dean wants it. They're trying to reel in Garrett Maines, who's over a second and a half up the road. You don't even see him in the shot. That's how far ahead he is right now. There you see him just going into 3. He's full back straightaway lead right now for Garrett Maines. Pelletier on the fresher tires, able to hang on the high side. Dean struggling with 12 laps on his tires. And Frenchie now trying to reel in Garrett Maines, as we are going to be currently, excuse me, currently 26 to go. Maine showing the way. Pelletier fighting with Dean still. Robert Hill Jr. and Michael Jeans fighting it out. That's your battle for 5th, as Osmer and Black Jr. are starting to drop a little bit. Looks like they may have worn the goodie off their tires early.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And Medeiros is in the pits. What's going on? Cody Eldred twiffing an engine. What just took place there? Not sure. Oh! Oh my. So let's take a look and see what happened with Dustin Ping. You see Michael Jeans on the high side, Ping on the high side, Michael Jeans on the inside. Just turns and Cody Eldred nowhere to go. Ping eats the wall, Eldred eats Ping. It looks like smoke coming out of both those engines. That's a rough one. And there goes the engine on the 9. Hopefully he didn't use his fast repair already. So here's the replay from the chopper cam. You see Ping just... It's almost like he didn't see Michael Jeans coming on the inside. As they come through the dog leg, Jeans definitely still there. Ping apparently just didn't realize Jeans was still there. And Jeans just had nowhere to go. So... another round of pit stops underway. Garrett Main's finally taking it down pit side. As we see Pelletier, looks like Pelletier is going to win the battle off pit road, taking 2 tires that time. Robert Hill Jr. staying out. Michael Jeans staying out. So Jeans staying out that time. Hill getting a point for leading a lap. Not that it really matters. He is not in the playoffs. So just looking to try to steal one here, it looks like. 15 laps on his current stint, and he takes it pit side to the last second. That is going to hand the lead over to Michael Jeans. Ray Black Jr. also staying out. 10 laps on both of their current sets of tires. As looks like Butch Frazier was hoping to get the wave around, didn't get it. And Ping and Eldred both still in the pits. So, not sure if both of them have used their fast repairs. Both currently sitting 2 laps down. Jonathan Medeiros 4 laps down. Butch Frazier 6 laps down. Zach Brew in 10th, the last car on the lead lap. And looks like Dalton Williamson has retired, Sean Dewar has retired, and Andy DeLay has retired. As the light's getting ready to go out on the pace car. So Jeans, Black, Pelletier, Maines, Dean, Osmer, Bigger, Cool, Hill, and Brew, your top 10. And the first row in this restart did not pit. So 11 laps on their current set of tires. Not sure. Oh my. Well, that changes things, as Michael Jean's getting the black flag for apparently having caused that last incident. So that's going to put Francois Pelletier up on point. So we are going to get the restart with 20 to go. And Pelletier has the freshest tires in the top two. His teammate on the high side as they work their way through the 3-4 complex. Pace car getting ready to duck on in. Pace car is in. Pelletier in control of the field.
Green, green, green.
And he and Black Jr. pull the trigger. So it looks like Team Tactics going to play into the hands right now, as Ray Black Jr. sitting in second, possibly looking to run blocker for his teammate. Garrett Maines to the inside, though, through the dog leg. Pelletier showing the way. Ray Black Jr. giving plenty of room. Pinches him down a little bit in the middle of the corner. Maines knows he's still there. Here comes Dustin Dean in the 21. So Pelletier showing the way. Maines sitting in second. And Ray Black Jr. guessing wrong. 14 laps on his tires may have been the wrong call. But you currently have Frenchie and Maines battling it out for the lead right now as they're starting to gap Dustin Dean in second. Frenchie protecting the inside. As we are closing in on 15 to go, not there yet. Pelletier, Maines, Dean, Bigger, and Osmer, your top 5. Ray Black Jr. back to 6th already. Make that 7th as he's starting to drop right now. Battling it out with, it's the battle of the juniors for 6th right now as Hill and Black are fighting it out. Meanwhile, up in front, Dustin Dean starting to reel these guys back in. Frenchie working his tail off right now to try to make that number 19 Gold Cube Toyota Camry as wide as he possibly can. Gets a little bit sideways. Looks like he may have had a bump from Maines. Maines has Dean all over his back bumper right now. Frenchie looking for a late apex. Cuts Maine off. Garrett Maines having to check up a little bit through the dog leg. 15 to go right now. Francois Pelletier currently showing the way. And there's Dustin Dean to the inside of Garrett Maines. This could get interesting. Dustin Dean looking to play spoiler right now. Coming into the event, Garrett Maines was leading. Francois Pelletier was second in points. And that's where they... Pelletier continuing to just protect that inside. Late apex. Dean trying to get to his inside. Gets to the inside going into the dog leg. Pelletier knows he needs to get a good finish to not be in jeopardy of being eliminated next week. Lets him go. Keeps it wound up on the high side. Maines is going to get to the inside now. Maines with the preferred line going down the back straightaway, going into turn number 3, side by side with Pelletier, and he turns him. Frenchie's trying to save it, able to finally save it, gets it back under control. No caution, no harm, no foul. Pelletier's got to be pissed right now, though. Dustin Dean currently showing the way. A second and a half to the good over now second place Ronnie Osmers. He's fighting it out with the 57 of David Bigger and the 05 of Zach Brew. Brew coming back from a lap down earlier. We saw him take a Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and catch more airtime than a skateboard at the X Games. So Brew back onto the podium. Osmer doing everything he can to make sure that he's in the best position that he can be in going into next week. As Brent Kuhl tags the wall coming off of 2. And Dustin Dean has just set sail. From a second and a half to a second, 1.8 seconds now to the good. Robert Hill Jr. fighting it out with David Bigger. So Robert Hill Jr. trying to, score as many points as he can to try to steal some points from one of these guys who aren't in the chase. Playoffs. We are 9 laps to go. Dustin Dean continuing to show the way. Osmer sits in second, 2 seconds back. Michael Jeans is up to 7th, though. So Ronnie Osmer dealing right now with the 95 of Robert Hill Jr. That's Hill Jr. in the pink Valvoline car, going to the high side, just making it look that easy as he goes by Osmer. Osmer with a little bit of damage, it looks like. May have worn all of the goodie off of his tires. Garrett Main's dropping like a stone right now. Osmer trying to work the draft with Robert Hill Jr. Both of them feathering it a little bit as they go into turn number 1. Maines tries to come back on Bigger. As Osmer goes to the inside of Hill Jr. That's your battle for second. As we watch Michael Jeans and Francois Pelletier battle it out, that is for 7th place. As that is second and fourth respectively in the points. Dustin Dean in the 21 continues to show the way. As Zach Brew starting to fade back now. Pelletier gets by him. Jeans goes to the inside. And you got to wonder what's going to happen if the 19 is able to get back to the 1, as we are 4 laps to go right now. And we're watching Pelletier just drive the wheels off that car. He can see the 1. As Maines gets by Robert Hill Jr. That's your battle for 3rd. Ronnie Osmer sits in 2nd. Dustin Dean showing the way. 3 laps to go. We will be 2 to go this time across the stripe. Dean currently 2.5 seconds to the good. Osmer sitting in 2nd. You see Maines starting to reel him in. 0.3 back off of Osmer. Osmer needs a good finish. He doesn't need to win it. He just needs a good finish. Garrett Maines was coming into this event your playoff round 2 points leader. And Maines tags the wall coming off of 2. And that lets Robert Hill Jr. just flash by. Maines now trying to get it collected again. 2 laps to go. David Bigger now sets his sights on Garrett Maines. Pelletier trying to hold off Michael Jeans right now. That's your battle for 6th. As the white flag is out, Dustin Dean with 2.5 seconds to the good. And this is your closest battle on the track right now. As Garrett Maines twiffed an engine. Garrett Maines just blew up. And that's the race. I'm sorry. So Dustin Dean coming home with the Segment 2 and Segment 3 victory. And unfortunately, I don't see him in TeamSpeak. So Dustin Dean coming home with the victory. Ronnie Osmer hanging on for 2nd. That's going to definitely improve his chances going into next week. So we are going to, as soon as I find him, we are going to grab hold of Ronnie Osmer right now as he's going across the scales, going through final tech after the event's over. Ronnie, you were hoping for a good finish tonight. You were able to hang on for 2nd. Definitely able to make up some points on Michael Jeans, who was sitting in 4th place coming into this event.
Yeah, it was a real tough race. I needed a good points day after Daytona. I didn't feel like I had the winning car or even a top 3 car, but I played my cards right and I got where I got.
Well, you got where you got. You definitely needed those points. Finishing, looks like 5 spots ahead of Michael Jeans. That's going to make up a ton of points that you desperately needed. So it's not all hope is lost like you thought it was after Daytona. You still have a shot going into next week at Phoenix.
Yeah, definitely. I feel confident that I can run well at Phoenix. It's a short track, and I love short tracks. So if I got to win it, I'll win it.
Well, best of luck to you, Ron. You've been impressive in everything that I've currently seen you in. And I did kind of drop the bombshell that if the broadcast team of this season doesn't get picked up for the 2018 season, that you're going to have me sitting on top of your pit box for next season's races.
That's not that big of a bombshell. That's just a warning that everybody's going to have to go hire people. I'm going to have the best crew.
Well, I am looking forward to it, getting the chance to work with you on track, because we have worked together in some of the endurance races, and I know that for what it's worth, my personal opinion, we seem to work pretty well together as far as spotter kind of thing goes. But hopefully we can get you tuned up for the open setup races that are going to be coming up in 2018.
Yeah, I hope so. It's going to be tough.
Well, best of luck to you next week in Phoenix, and we're looking forward to seeing you run tomorrow night in the Indy cars at Iowa.
I actually won't be running tomorrow night since it's Halloween, but yeah, but...
Oh, that's right. You're still one of them youngins that likes to go get candy and stuff.
I'm not that young. I'm going to a party. I'm at that age where I get a costume party.
Can you vote yet?
I'm close.
I rest my case. Ronnie, we'll see you next week at at Phoenix. Best of luck to you, bud.
All right, thanks.
User was moved out of your channel.
And just noticing who just got into
User
TeamSpeak.
was moved to your channel.
Joining the TeamSpeak channel, better late than pregnant, the winner of tonight's event, Mr. Dustin Dean. Dustin, you won segment 2, you won segment 3. Talk us through that last pit stop.
I knew I had to go with 4 tires there. That was the main thing. The tires were just being eat up all through the night, and I honestly, I was just hoping to get top 3 there. It was just total luck of what happened with Frenchie. I hate it for them, and I knew Garrett had the car to beat, but I'm glad it worked out for us.
Well, fair enough. You rocking the purple on the 21 Haviland car. Would like to point out that October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so thank you for doing that. Talk us through your thoughts about next week going into Phoenix.
Yeah, see, I'm not in the playoffs, and so that's kind of disappointing there. But my main goal is to come in there, not take anybody out. First of all, that's running for the championship, but then take home another win. That would be awesome.
Well, so far in round number 2, both events have been stolen by non-playoff participants. So, if that's any indication of what we have to look forward to for the remainder of the season, it's going to be an interesting battle for the championship this year.
Oh yeah, definitely, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm just glad to be out here racing with these guys.
Well, we're glad to see you out here racing with these guys. It was a tough break to see you eliminated from the championship, or from the championship playoffs. But moving forward, we have heard that it's going to be open setups in 2018. Is that something that you're looking forward to?
Actually, not too much. Honestly, I don't have the time, and I'm not that super great at open setups. But I know a few guys that can help me out with it. And I know it'll make the racing better. I do know that. So if anybody's watching, it'll definitely make the racing better. So it's exciting, but challenging at the same time. But looking forward to it, definitely.
Well, fair enough. We will we'll let you get back up into the post-race drivers meeting. Congratulations on the win, and we will see you next Monday.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good broadcast.
Well, thank you, sir, and thank you for putting on a great show tonight.
Yes, sir.
User was moved out of your channel.
And
user was moved to your
rounding
channel.
out your podium tonight is going to be Mr. Robert Hill Jr. Robert, one hell of a drive you had tonight, sir.
Oh man, that was a lot of fun. Tough race. Yeah, didn't start the way I wanted it to because I hit the wall on lap 1 by myself, but that was fun.
Yeah, you battled back from, I believe you were 2 laps down at one point.
No, I didn't go any laps down. It took a lot of time repairing the car on pit road, though. But yeah.
Well, fair enough. But you were able to hang on to the podium. So, talk us through your feelings about going into next week at Phoenix.
Well, I'm trying to keep it clean. I'm not in the playoffs, so can't really screw around with people. I'd like to battle for the win, but top 5 would be good.
Well, it was definitely enjoyable to watch you climb back up through the field after the early race troubles and be able to snag a podium tonight.
It was definitely fun to do that.
So it was definitely an O Canada moment, I can say that. So, one of the cleanest races tonight, and you were able to actually lead a lap, which was good on you. But now, how bad were the tires when you decided not to pit?
They weren't actually that bad. When I ended up pitting, they were only down to like a low 90s, so it wasn't too bad. I was able to save them a little bit, so we were able to keep our own up there, and it wasn't too bad.
Okay, so you were actually able to conserve the tires, whereas we were talking with Michael Jeans earlier, and he said after 5 laps, his were down into the low 90s at that point.
when I decided to stay out, I was running kind of mid-pack towards the back, so I wasn't opening it up as much as I could. So, yeah, we were able to save it a little bit.
All right, fair enough. Robert, congratulations on the podium, and we will look forward to seeing you next week at Phoenix.
All right, man. See you tomorrow night at Iowa.
See you. Yes. So tune in for the IRO 5s tomorrow night, and looking forward to seeing you run with the ISL again.
Gonna be a fun time. See you there.
Always. So
User was moved
Robert Hill Jr. going there. Let's see if I can find. Garrett is gone. Looks like Garrett is no longer in TeamSpeak, so
User was moved to your channel.
coming into the event, Mr. Francois Pelletier was second in points. Frenchie, that was a heartbreaker, my friend.
Yeah, it was a good race, though. Had a lot of fun, had good strategy, some teamwork going on with my teammates, and felt good to lead a few laps, getting me ready for last race at Homestead, and hopefully if I keep everything clean, I'll be there.
Yeah, fair enough. You were able to salvage a 6th place finish out of it, so that's actually speaking volumes for what you were able to do tonight.
Yes, sir. I felt the same way. Garrett was only in 4th, so he's in front of me in points, so I had to keep him close.
Well, you did keep him close. You were able to finish 6th. Garrett, rebounded to 4th. Not sure if there's going to be any post-race penalties handed down because, from what we saw, it might have looked intentional. But, who's to say what was going on, because Garrett left TeamSpeak. We couldn't actually talk to him.
Yeah, what I was thinking was, what I was trying to do there entering turn 3 was go down a little low, and I thought he was going to go down low too. And that's where my miscommunication was, thinking he was going to go that route. I expected him to go diving in hard. And unfortunately, I probably went too soon.
Well, the one thing we did notice tonight is that you were doing what a lot of drivers who are trying to save tires at Texas do, and that's late apex the 3-4 complex.
Yeah, exactly. And, I was doing that for a while, and then, when I'm trying to get advantage to somebody, I go in a little sooner and let the car roll a little longer, and then as I'm coming off, I'm never close to the wall. So a lot of guys were making that mistake tonight, is hitting that turn 2 wall or turn 4 wall. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't one of those guys. And yeah, but for all in all, the Chevy Gold Q was running great.
Absolutely, and kudos on the new paint scheme. I wasn't able to see it last week because I was actually on my laptop on my way to South Carolina for a family thing, but I was able to see it on Trading Paints is actually working for me this week, and it's a sharp-looking paint scheme, sir.
Excellent. I appreciate it very much, and a lot of thanks to David, one of my teammates who put that together, David Bigar, and looks great.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys are going to be at Texas later this week with both the Xfinity and I believe Ray Black Jr. is going to be making his second official Monster Energy Cup start.
That's correct. Well, we're just going to run the Cup car this week. Only the Cup car this weekend in Texas, and then we'll be running Phoenix and Homestead and Xfinity.
Okay, so you're not trying to do the double up this week.
No, not double up this week at all. We're just looking for the one and focused and getting ready for Daytona next season.
Fair enough. But talk to us about your feelings going into Phoenix next week here in the RTFT.
I feel real comfortable going in there. My goal is to finish again in the top 5. Make sure I'm there for the top 4 guys to go into Homestead, and I'm focusing everything on Homestead at the moment to win my second championship.
Well, for what it's worth, you've got a good run going, and it's kind of helping you that both of the round 2 races so far have basically been stolen by non-playoff contenders.
Yeah, that's a great benefit, and I'm looking forward to that opportunity to run it again. Last season I didn't win run race and still pulled off the victory in the last race of the season, so I'm looking to do the same thing.
All right. Well, best of luck to you, and best of luck to you guys this coming weekend at Texas in the Monster Energy Cup.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for the show.
You too.
User was moved out of your channel.
So that's about going to do it here from the Texas Motor Speedway. You have been watching a presentation of the Beaufort Broadcasting Company. You have been watching the RTFT All-Star Racing League. For more information on how you can get involved, go ahead and after the stream is not live anymore and you're watching the replay, go ahead and drop a comment with your iRacing screen name. We'll get that passed along to Taylor Burris, team or league owner, and get you added to the Sunday Night AM series. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any suggestions for any other leagues that you would like to see us broadcast up and coming, let us know about that. And for those of you who are familiar with what we do here at Beaufort Broadcasting, stick around, because in about 10 minutes we will be broadcasting live from the Iowa Infield Legends Oval with the You Suck Sprint Cars up next.